You know, if it's not about sports, I find it very hard to concentrate.
So for those of you who are unaware or new to the channel, I'm a Raiders fan. I've probably mentioned that before, although I talk more about my BYU fandom than I do about me being a Raiders fan. But that's just simply because I like college football better than the NFL. But when I found out we were signing Christian Wilkins before last season, I was hyped. I was like, this dude is a dog. He's a former first-round draft pick. And he's one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL. I was hyped, and most people in Raider Nation were. So in March of 2024, before last season, they signed him from the Dolphins to a 4-year deal worth $110 million with $84.75 million guaranteed. So around $85 million guaranteed. And he did good for the first half of the season. I mean, he lived up to his contract. He had 17 tackles in 5 games, 2 sacks, 6 QB hits, and he played 77% of defensive snaps. But unfortunately, he was injured in week 5 against the Broncos, and it was a foot injury, and so he's placed on season-ending injured reserve. And in most cases, this would be a pretty easy injury to get over. I mean, it does take some rehab, right? But he ended up getting surgery 2 days after the game, and it seemed like he was ready to go for next season. But May 2025 rolls around, and he wasn't progressing in rehab like the Raiders wanted him to, so they asked him to get another surgery, to which he said no. This led to a contract dispute. This sort of thing isn't that uncommon in sports. Basically, the player wants to make his own medical decisions, but the team wants to make sure that they're getting their money's worth from the contract, and so this led to a contract dispute. Well, in July 24th to be exact, Wilkins was released by the Raiders. Now, this was definitely a bummer from my perspective, but it didn't seem too unusual. Basically, what this comes down to is the player and the team couldn't get along. This is far from unusual in sports. Wilkins ended up filing a grievance with the NFLPA, which is the NFL's player union. And then some more news started to come out. Apparently, the foot injury, him refusing to get surgery, wasn't the only reason why they released him. Another issue was a complaint had been filed with the team's HR department by another Raiders player saying that Wilkins attempted to kiss him and he took offense to it, or it wasn't consensual. And this is definitely a first. I can't think of another instance where this has happened. Even the most zesty of players like Dennis Rodman still never tried to kiss a teammate unconsensually. Wilkins still ended up getting paid $50 million though, and he only played 5 games, so he basically got paid $10 million per game, which is still a great payday. So according to Adam Schefter, basically the situation was Wilkins tried to kiss a teammate on the head in a team meeting room. The teammate took offense to it, didn't like it, and went to HR. Now, I have no idea whether this was one of those situations where they were talking shit to each other or playing around, or if there was words said before or after, but I have a hard time believing the player would just go straight to HR. That's typically not how men operate. That's more of a woman move. But apparently Wilkins has always had trouble understanding boundaries, especially boundaries when it comes to physical contact. Check out this clip of him in college. So he touches people without consent, grabs them without consent, kisses them without consent. Obviously, that's nasty. Don't do that ever. There was also an instance where he did the same thing to Josh Allen, and Josh Allen turned around and just shoved him. And he is one of the best defensive tackles in the game. So it is possible he gets signed somewhere else, but I just don't see what team would take a chance on him, especially with this known behavior, unless he were to take it seriously and actually fix the behavior. Maybe a team would take a chance on him, but I think they'd be stupid if they did. And that's about where we're at with this story. Every once in a while, you just get a story in sports that's just so strange that you just have to talk about it. And it's definitely going to be the talk of the water cooler around every office in America, probably. Anyway, that's about it. Peace out.
Can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right.